Hey there people, I'm your friend and neighborhood Let's Players, but I want to welcome you back to Schattenjäger, as in the Gabriel and Sins of the Fathers. So, here we are in Germany. Let's talk to Gerda here and see if we can find out where Wolfgang is. Can I ask you a few questions? Yeah, of course. Okay, let's see. Schattenjäger? Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers. As Wolfgang may have told you, Schattenjäger means shadow hunter. The Ritter family has always been Schattenjägers. It is a kind of priesthood, though not as restrictive as most. So there's no chastity and no chastity. Okay. Tell me about Wolfgang. What would you like to know? Where do you think Wolfgang went? I don't know, but I have a feeling he has gone off to the Schattenjäger again. To go be Schattenjäger again. He's too old for such chasing around. His heart is very weak. He has not left this castle for 5 years, and now this. Do you know when he'll be back? I only pray he will be back. Before he left, he said Schloss Ritter now belongs to Gabriel. It worried me so to hear him say that. I'm afraid Wolfgang knew he would never return. What is he like? What is Wolfgang like? Wolfgang is a truly wise and good man, the best I have ever known. But his life has been so full of disappointments. What kind of disappointments? His only son died in infancy, so there was no one to carry on the family line, and the family's financial troubles have been hard on him. Wolfgang wanted to do so much for the world, but it was all he could do just to hold on to Schloss Ritter. He has not left his mark as he wished to. What's your relationship with Wolfgang? Hey, Knight. My relationship with your uncle is really none of your business. You're right, Gerda. I apologize. Forget I asked. And also, I kinda keep flubbing the lines. Come on. Should have done some vocal stretching and practicing before I started recording. Can you show me Wolfgang's library? How do you know about his library? When we talked on the phone, he said he was going to do some research on his library. I thought maybe if I saw what he was researching. Ah, yeah, good idea, Herr Knight, but I am afraid I cannot show you the library. You see, I have never been in it. Only a Schattenjäger can enter the library. I see. Just tell me anything. Wolfgang has dedicated his entire life to the role of Schattenjäger. He has not had a very happy life, but I have done my best to provide him with a little comfort. Oh, nothing. Never mind. As you like, Herr Knight. And tell me something about the Ritter family. I can tell you what they say in the village, what I heard when I was small. To the villagers, the Ritters are a little, how do you say, tragic, to be pitied. They say that the Ritters were chosen by God to fight evil. But something happened, one of them was cursed, and so the Ritters lost the way. They struggle still, but like a lame dog, you see? Without the power or magic they once had. Tell me something about the Ritter family. Legends of how powerful the family once was, of some of their mighty deeds, of the richness of the castle, and, in turn, Rittersburg itself. But at the end of the 17th century, that all changed. Since then, the Rittersburg, have been in decline. Tell me something about the Ritter family. It is a troubled family, Herr Knight. That much I know. Tell me something about Schloss Ritter. Schloss Ritter has stood for many centuries. No one knows how long. It was once the pride of Bavaria, but now it is in disrepair. Wolfgang received offers to open the castle for tourists. He has resisted, though, even though the castle is in desperate need of repairs. To him, this ground is sacred. The castle has many rooms and passages, Herr Knight. Most have been closed off and are decaying in the dark and damp. Only a few rooms have been kept up due to the cost.
And didn't Wolfgang mention a library?
There is a library, but I've never been in it. There are places in the castle where only the master is allowed to go. Schlossritter is the center from which the Schattenjägers have always gone out to battle the forces of evil.
Tell me something about yourself.
I was born in Reitersburg, that village right below the castle. I am not well traveled, but Wolfgang has been kind and has tutored me in many subjects. It was from him I learned to speak English. He must have sensed you were coming, Herr Knight, and that you would have need of me.
Well, that's good to know. You just keep peeling those potatoes. We'll take a look around. Possibly we'll find something of use around here.
Nice chapel. A magnificent stained glass window depicts the legendary battle between St. George and the dragon. 3 panels hang from each side of the chapel. Gabriel can't determine what their purpose might be. Perhaps it's an illusion caused by the colored light from the window, but this chapel gives Gabriel a sense of something truly mystical. A plain wooden altar occupies the center of the chapel. A cushioned kneeler at the bottom indicates that the altar is a place of prayer.
It's a very nice place. Very cool. Weird tapestries though. But the stained glass window is awesome.
A large handcrafted dagger hangs on the wall. It looks quite old, but it's been polished to a high shine. Is a lion's head carved in stone. A few tapestries hang on the wall. Gabriel isn't sure if they mean something or if they're just good insulation. The Great Hall of Schloss Ritter towers around Gabriel. He can imagine the heating bills. High up in the wall is a small window. There's a dragon head on the wall. It looks like a real dragon's head too.
The shadow and the stuff is serious.
The main entry doors are massive. They look strong enough to withstand anything.
Potatoes. They must grow well around here.
Well, if the ground is good and the weather is fine, then they will grow well. It all depends on many things. How about we pick up that dagger?
This dagger?
It is the knife of the Schattenjäger. You may take it, Herr Knight. Everything in this castle is yours now.
Cool. Got ourselves a dagger. For whatever reason. Maybe we'll find out a reason for it soon enough. You know.
It's one of those parts of the game that I do not remember what I'm supposed to do around here. Nice room though. A Gothic-style window looks out over an incredible view. Wolfgang's bedroom would hold Gabriel's entire studio about 4 times over. Not exactly cozy, but Gabriel could get used to it.
What do you mean not exactly cozy? This looks cozy as hell. I would love to live in a place like this.
It's an old-fashioned canopy with heavy bedded curtains.
It's the biggest bed Gabriel has ever seen. Must be comfy as shit.
Well, shit isn't comfy, really.
It's just an expression of these days, isn't it?
At the foot of the bed is a small table. Either Wolfgang left very recently or Gertie feels quite at home in this room herself.
I gotta keep up the heat in here. I mean, it's an old castle. The only way to heat up an old castle like this is with fireplaces. And old castles always had a fireplace in each bedroom. Pretty much in every room, I think.
Near the bed is an elaborate wooden door. The cabinet holds a few items of personal grooming. A large display case hangs on the wall. It contains a scroll.
Of course, we're checking ourselves on the mirror.
It's a chamber pot.
Take me back to the 20th century, please.
There's a small pair of grooming scissors on the cabinet. How about we pick those up? Gabriel takes the scissors.
Well, thank you for telling us that. Didn't really need to tell us that.
I wonder how we can read the scroll. Can we pick up the scroll?
The scroll looks interesting.
Well, let's take a look at it.
Saint George, patron of the light, who hunts the shadow of the night. Upon my blood I call thee now, purify me, for I avow to set my feet upon thy road, thy sword I take up for mine own. Interesting. The Ritter dagger is solid, weighty, and highly polished. The hair clipping scissors are spotless. It looks like Wolfgang uses his scissors as infrequently as Gabriel uses his own. Well, with that luscious hair, no need for it. And we open this door. Take your time. It's locked. Is there anything we can open here? The cabinet itself doesn't interest Gabriel. Okay. Well, let's go back out into the castle and see. Wait a minute. I noticed something. Sure took its time to get out of there. But I just noticed something on the wall. In the back wall, that is. Let's get back up there. I'm not sure if it's something that we can do something with, but... A fire blazes steadily in the stone fireplace. Wolfgang's... I guess this is nothing here. Never mind. I thought that would be something, but apparently not. I guess it's just a rope that holds the chandelier. I got a feeling that the sound effects is a bit late there. Is there anything else that we can take a good look at? Apparently can't go that way, so... It's a shaker of salt. Let's take it. I hope she doesn't mind. At the moment, Gabriel can't think of a need for salt. Okay. I'm sure soon we will find out what to do with it. Three panels hang on each side. Can determine what the purpose of them are. Can we use this for prayer? Doesn't have a reason to kneel at the altar right now. How about we try to use the scroll? Well, let's take a seat. One of the pews look uncomfortable. Gabriel would rather not sit there. How about here? How about there? How about there? Take a seat somewhere at least. I know we need to do something here, but for some reason I don't know how to activate it. But it is something that we need to do there. We need to solve the puzzle of the tapestries. Maybe if we go to bed. I'm tired, but it's daylight here. I can't sleep when it's light outside. Can we close the window? Oh, we opened the window. Outside the window, there's a nice thick ledge covered with snow. And it's only slightly off color, rather like Gabriel himself. Can we pick up some snow? If I took the snow, it would just melt in my bucket. Can we pick up the chamber pot? Awesome. So with the chamber pot, I can take some snow. Putting snow in the chamber pot wouldn't do much good. Oh well. At least I tried. Just close the window. Gabriel would need a pretty good reason to stick his hands in that snow. There we go. The bed is much too large to tote around, unfortunately. Let's go talk to Gerda. Maybe she knows what the scroll is for and whatnot. I'm sure she does. If she doesn't, at least I tried. So, what do you do when you're not pottering around the castle?
Every day I go to Rittersburg to do the daily shopping and visit my friends.
Good for you. Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
Chapel panels. What can you tell me about those wall panels in the chapel?
The hangings? They describe the Schattenjäger initiation ceremony.
Tell me about the Schattenjäger initiation ceremony.
Each young man of the Ritter line must go through the ceremony when he dedicates himself to be a Schattenjäger.
But what does the ceremony do?
I do not know, Herr Knight. The only people present are the old Schattenjäger and the new. But I think it must be similar to a priest's ordination or a wedding. A ceremony of intent and oath. Is there a problem, Herr Knight?
You said wedding. I'm okay now. Really? Gabriel? Really? Shivering on the mention of wedding? You really hate commitment to other people, don't you, Gabriel?
So the panels are initiation. According to Goethe, the panels outline the Schattenjäger initiation ceremony.
The first panel shows hands and water. The second panel shows hair and a knife. The third panel shows a chalice on the table with ocean waves in the background. The fourth panel shows a knife and a few drops of blood. The fifth panel shows someone kneeling. The sixth panel shows a scroll. Hands and water, huh? Well, I know where to get some water. Sorta, kinda. So let's get that Snow, Jon Snow. So can we now operate on it? Thinking of the first chapel panel, Gabriel washes his hands in the snow. Must be damn cold. So what was the second panel? That was the knife and hair, I think. Let's go check it out. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe we should take the salt now. Is that a shaker of salt?
Yeah, salt.
Mind if I take it?
No.
Thanks. So what if we put some salt into the bowl? That's an interesting thought, but there would be less chance of spilling the salt if Gabriel put the chamber pot down first. Okay. Let's take a look at the panels again. So yeah, it was knife next with the hair. That's not a bad idea, but Gabriel senses that he's missing a few necessary steps first. Alright, yeah. That was the idea that I had in mind. You don't just wash your hands in water, because it's supposed to be an initiation, and she said it's like priests and such. It's supposed to be a holy thing, so we should have holy water. And pretty much holy water is a bit of salted water, because salt is considered to be cleansifying. They do use it in Supernatural to get rid of... putting salt in the chamber pot wouldn't do much good. And they use salt to exorcise ghosts, to shoot them with, you know. What put that out the window? Why put that out the window? Let's just try to use it on the things. No thanks, I'm trying to cut back. If I took the snow, it would just melt in my pocket. Sticking my hands in that cold snow once was enough. Do I have any other container that I can use? No. How about I use the scissors then? No, I don't want to put that out the window. I want to cut Gabriel's hair. Think of the second chapel panel. Gabriel cuts his hair. I hate this. There. That's plenty. Good for you, mate. Why did I try to use the knife first? I don't know. Well, we washed our hands. Now we got the hair. So the next step was the flowing water thing, right? Yeah, it was a chalice on a flowing water. Chalice on a table with ocean waves in the background. So if I use the salt on the panel. Notice that salt is important, but it doesn't seem right to put it on the altar in the shaker. So if I put the bowl down first. Thinking of the third panel, Gabriel puts the chamber pot on the altar. And then the salt. Pours the contents of the salt shaker into the chamber pot. Do I still need water on it though? Or do I now go and do this? Holds his arm over the chamber pot and nicks it with the dagger. Whoops, you'll hit an artery. Yeah, better not make it bleed too much, man. And then we kneel. And now we recite the scroll. Saint George, patron of the light, who hunts the shadows of the night. Upon my blood I call thee now, purify me, for I avow to set my feet upon thy road, thy sword I take up for mine own. It works! Something's happening! That's just a vacuum cleaner. Oh, excuse me, I was just vacuuming. I did not know you were in here. Oh, that's alright. I've done about all I can do in here anyway. I give up. You look tired, Head Knight. Why don't you go to bed? Sure. Why not? I will clean everything up. You need not worry. I can't believe I cut my hair for nothing. You're worried more about your hair than cutting your arm. Nice castle. Really lovely. That night, Gabriel dreams. It's Godzilla!
Your soul smells, Gabriel Knight. You seek to be Schattenjäger.
I do.
You must first burn away the past. How much sin do you have to burn? You have used people all your life, never committed to anything. Turn back now and I will forget that you asked for this.
No.
There are only two things that redeem you. First, that you have richer blood in your veins. Second, that 3 women have loved you purely.
3 women?
You asked to start on the path, so you shall. But you will not be a Schattenjäger until you have earned it.
How?
I cannot show you the path, but I can tell you that you will have to let go of the greater part of yourself, Gabriel Knight.
No problem.
Yes. Now you asked for purification. You shall have it.
Oh, no! What a vivid dream. Very symbolic. Day 8. Inside a hidden chamber where I had no right to be, I found the wheel at last, or could it be the wheel found me? Who knows? What a night! I'm sore all over. And apparently there's a key. I don't believe it. It's the key from my dream. Well, let's pick it up. Well, with that dream, we're gonna leave it here, and next time we're gonna open this door. That's where the key goes, and I'm sure that is the library that was mentioned. And I got a feeling that we are now truly a Schattenjäger, because Gabriel pretty much in that dream whiffed away his sins and all that, so he's purified. But yeah, it's gonna get interesting. But until then, hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a good evening, good afternoon, and a good morning, and I will see you all next time. Take care, people. Bye.